Hello, all. Welcome to my channel. I'm Raju Pujala. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a LLF join. So, joins is one of the most important concepts in the SQL. If in case if we have two tables and if you would like to get the data from one one table to another table, or if you would like to join those two tables or merge two tables, you have to use the joins. So what exactly this joins here? Okay, let's see. I mean, I will take one of the examples using the VLOOKUPs. So if in case if you're comfortable with the VLOOKUPs in the Excel sheet or the Google Sheets, the joins in the SQL are similar to the VLOOKUPs. For example, let's assume that we have two tables. The one is the customer table. Okay, the other one over here is the revenue table. Here and here. So let's see. In the customer table, for example, I do have a few columns: customer ID, name of the customer, the region of the country of the customer. Okay, and so let's assume this is the table and this is the header. Okay, and in the revenue table, let's assume that we have the customer ID. Okay, we have the order ID. Just assume that we're having two tables where we are maintaining how many customers visited the store and what all they bought. So let's have four records over here. Okay, so let's assume here customer name 10, customer ID 101, name Rajiv, country India, 102 Mahesh, Singapore, 103 Sai, Malaysia. Okay. And now here in the revenue table, so let's see what are all the items that they bought. So customer ID 101, and let's quickly add the data over here. Order ID 1. So how much purchase they did so far? Let's assume like $100. 102, order ID 12, $200. 105, 14, order ID some $150. Customer ID 110, order ID 22, some $160. Okay, so now we have two tables. Now if you would like to know how much customer ID customer Raju has bought so far in our store, so what we usually do, so we use the VLOOKUP over here to get the data to check in this one is equal to VLOOKUP of the custom. I mean, first of all, we have to see like what is the common value in both the tables. So here this is the customer ID in this table, and here as well is the customer ID. So now we are going to do the VLOOKUP is equal to VLOOKUP of, okay, here. So I'm looking for 101 in this table and I'm looking for amount. So dollar 3 comma 0, right? Now so if you see 101, they have some they purchase something. 102 as well, but whereas 103 they haven't purchased anything over here, right? That's the reason we have n by a. So basically left join gives a data like this one. Okay, let's go ahead and let's create the same data and let's see how this left join works. Okay, for 103 they haven't bought anything. That's the reason the revenue is like not available here. Okay, let's create two tables with customers table. Okay, select one as customer ID. Okay, Rajiv as name, IN as country, union all. I would like to have three records. Select two as Stu, Mahesh, Singapore, and union all. Select three, Sai, Malaysia. And also I would like to have one more table, which is revenue, or okay, yeah, revenue as select. I mean, what we have: customer ID, order ID, and select one as maybe we can, instead of, I mean, the names can be different, so let's like um, customer number, let's say something like this. Okay, and order one as, what is the one, so okay, one as order id, and the total revenue here is $100, 100 as amount, right? And union in all, select two, and I mean, so it's 101, sorry, here it as well, 101, let it be 102, 103. So here 102, customer order id is 12 200. Okay, union all, select so what else we do have, 105 4, okay, 105 14 14 150, union all, 110 22, select 110 22 to $20. Okay, now if you would like to see the data in the first table, select star from customers. So here you can see all the customers data, and now if you change it to revenue, you can see all the revenue data as well. You can see the amount, the revenue table data as well. Now what I would like to have, I mean, the customers, select star from customers. So basically, what are all the columns do we have? Either you can put star, or you can list down all the customer names. Now I would like to check how many of these records are matching with this one, and so I'm going to use left join. Okay, so select star from revenue. Okay, so this customers table, I'm considering it as C, and revenue I'm considering as R. So whenever we are using the join, we use the on condition on C dot. What is the common column between customers and revenue is the customer number, right? C dot customer ID is equal to, okay. So R dot, in the revenue, what is the name? Customer number. Customer number. Okay, and then let's run this one. So here you can see the data. So 101, this is the data, and here the orders, and 102, these the orders, and for 103, there are no records in the revenue table. That's the reason we have null. If in case, if you would like to only have a few values over here, for example, if you would like to have customer id, if you would like to have name, the country, and if you would like to have the total amount, let's keep something like this. And also to remove the duplicates, group by how many we have listed, 4, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Let's execute this one. There it go. So you can short down as per the requirement. Okay, sometimes what you can write over here, so instead of doing select star from revenue, you can also write something like this. I'm just commenting this one. Select star from customers, I'm calling it as a C, left join. Okay, I'm going to mention like revenue. See here, I'm not going to mention any select star or something in the revenue table. R on C dot customer ID is equal to R dot customer number. Okay, let's run this one. So this way also it works actually. And if in case, if I mean, here we have not used the order id, right? So basically whenever you're calling the revenue over here, you are actually calling the entire table. So basically it takes more amount of time for the query to process because of number of columns. Now we have sample data, so it is totally fine. So if in case, if you'd like to select few columns, what you can do over here, left join. So example, if you would like to have customer number and amount from revenue, and name it is R, on C that customer ID is equal to R dot customer number. So both are same. In one table it is customer ID, in other table it is customer number. And run this one. So there it go. So by this actually you can optimize the query. And also if in case, I mean the effective ways are always group it by 1 comma 2, so that if there are any duplicates within this one it will also get delete. And now we are having how many columns? 5 columns. So here as well, group by 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 column. Right, okay, now let's also look at a scenario. I hope I'm not going fast. So here the customer ID, it's like 101 customer ID, right? Let's assume the same name is in the revenue table as well. Let's have a look at this scenario. Now select customer ID, customer ID from customer ID comma name comma country from customers table. I would like to have a C, okay, and then left join select customer ID amount from revenue group by 1 comma 2. So I would like to name this as R on C dot. In both the tables the name is the same. So let's see what is the scenario, how it works. R dot customer ID. Now when we execute this one, so it has thrown written an error showing that the customer ID is ambiguous. So which means that here there is a customer ID, and here in the revenue table as well the name as customer ID. So sometimes if you come across scenarios like this, so instead of keeping the name within the subquery, change it as like customer ID one. Okay, and when it comes out of the loop, so from revenue table now, here it is like customer ID. So once it come out of the loop, it consider it as values like customer ID and amount. So here it should be r dot customer ID one. Okay, and then let's run this one, and there it go. Now it has returned only 3 columns, and it has not returned any values. So I would like to have here. This is coming from the revenue, which in shortcut we mentioned like R. So R dot customer ID one comma R dot amount. You don't have to mention specifically R. I mean, let's execute this one. You can see that we got the data. I mean, even if you don't mention R dot, it's still fine. But whenever you're reading the program, if you would like to have some clarity like from where exactly this column has come, if you mention like R, you can refer like where exactly R is mentioned, and you can consider, oh, this is coming from this subgroup. So this is how we manage the left joins. And let's go back and let's see more. So if you see, so the left join basically it checks in this table, and it returns all the values even if it is not matching, right? That's the reason we have values like null values as well. Even if it is not matching, it returns the value. And let's go back to the sheet again. So we have this table and we are checking in this table. And the first thing what we have to do, what is the say what is the column that we can refer in the other column, what is the matching column. So in professional terms we call this as a primary key, and this is a foreign key. So this is the main table, and we are going to check this in other table. So what ideally how we say, okay, this is the primary key, and I'm going to look in a table, and that the matching column I'm going to call this a foreign key. Okay, so always ensure that if you, I mean, you must have primary key. I mean, you should have only unique values. If you don't have the unique values, you do come across the results. Okay, which is like unexpected. Let's see over here. So we have in the revenue table. Let's run this one. Okay, we have something like 101, 102, 10, 104, 110. I'm going to create one more, and I'm going to add same 101 data. Order ID is like 112, 26, some $250. Okay. Now I have like one more. If I do this one, so now what we are seeing is that the customer 101, they came to our store for a couple of times and they bought multiple purchases. Now let's do the left join and let's see what all the data that it returns. So now you can see the 101, though in the first table it has only one record, Here, because it has two records in the revenue, it bought both the records. So this is how we get like multiple records when we have multiple when we don't have the unique values. That's the behavior of the system. um, do let me know if you have any questions on this one. I hope this is clear the way it works, and I wish you all the best for your learning. Thank you.